Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Taurus Truth Tarot, where we are all Taurus all the time. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. My name is Shannon Colleen. I'm a Taurus Sun and Venus, and we're going to get our message for the day. Before I do, just a little quick couple of things, a little housekeeping I want to put out here. One, I tell my stories to help resonate with you, and that is just how spirit works. So if I go on about my life, it is to help it resonate with your life. Somebody had made a comment not liking that very much, and that is absolutely okay, but that is the way spirit works through me. The other thing is, well, there's a couple, not a couple, there was somebody made a comment, trying to remember, that was good. I mean, they're all good comments, I mean, for the most part, if you will. Was, sorry, I can't remember who it was asking me about my story, as far as in another reading I had said if you would ask me if I was doing this, 20, 30 years ago, I would have laughed at you. I would have told you there was no way I was doing that for a living, doing this for a living. And a lot of people ask this, so I don't mind answering. I just wanted to do it in a video so it could be explained quickly and beautifully. I think it was Brian. I'm pretty positive it was Brian. So what changed for me is no, I always had the ability to do this from the time I was a child. I would see apparitions, I would see ghosts, literally see ghosts. But it was very uncomfortable. I didn't know what was going on. Some of the images I saw weren't very pretty. If you think about like the movie The Sixth Sense, right? They were a little scary. So, and plus with, my parents, it was suppressed because they're like, oh no, that's just your imagination. So I suppressed that all down, which a lot of mediums will do, a lot of psychic mediums will do in the beginnings of their life. And then because of the way society goes, it then, with schooling and whatnot, that is all just really taken out of you. And then you're taught that you have to, no offense to any lawyers out there, that you have to, you have to live life this certain way. You have to go to college, you have to get married, you have to have kids, you have to, you have to do all that. And there's nothing wrong with that either. However, that's why, because I was in that pace. A lot of you may or may not know, one of my previous careers, I was a financial advisor, right? So I was living that kind of life, and what happened was, to be very honest, the stress of all of that kind of woke me up to not wanting that type of lifestyle anymore, if that makes sense. It doesn't mean that I don't enjoy money or love money, I do, but it was just so stressful. Everything was so stressful. And that's when I got back into my spiritual realm, right? Like it kind of came flooding back to me, if you will. And then, very long story on how I got to here, but it just opened up. So that's why I'm telling everybody too, we all have these abilities. It's just we do suppress them quite a bit. So I hope this has been a little educational for you. And I'm sorry that the intro is so long on that, but I wanted to answer those questions. If you ever have a question, I don't mind answering them at all. So with that being said, we're going to get into this reading. Don't forget, all Reiki and Reiki, if I could talk, Mercury retrograde, Reiki sessions and personal readings are half off until the end of the year, until the end of 2024. There will be the lotus flower icon there. And the link is also in the description box, and you can book there. So let's get into it. Divine Source Creator. Ooh, sirens. Divine Source Creator, show us clearly, what is the message? What does Taurus need to hear at this moment? What is the message, please? Show us clearly, what is the message? Yeah, release. That's funny. Release and power. See, now, spirit works in the best way for me, because they, I channel from them, and they wanted me to tell the story for Brian, because that's exactly what I had to do. I had to release the old belief system, the stressors, if I don't do this, I won't have power or money, right? We have more power within us than we do outside of us. But it gets suppressed. Like I said, your power gets suppressed because we don't release the old. We don't release the old belief systems. We don't release the old societal, expectations, if you will, or expectations from our parents, or whatever it might be, or old emotional trauma, right? So I love that they had me tell that story, right? Because again, when we release, that's how we gain power. It's not vice versa. Right? It's not. So there is a lot of releasing that you have to do. And the thing is, it's almost, Taurus, like it's never ending, because we're still going to get in situations. Like I said, the comment about me telling too much of my life story, at first, of course, it kind of bothered me a little bit, but then I released it. That is that person's opinion, and that is absolutely okay. Right? So it's like every day you might be releasing something, or you're releasing something big, childhood trauma, a belief system, like I said, but it's all the time to a certain degree, right? Where we have to release if someone says something we don't like, or if someone, hurts our feelings, or whatever it is. It can be bigger, it can be smaller. But when you master the art of releasing that energy, that's where your true power comes in, right? That's where your true power comes in. So I feel like a lot of you are doing that, or learning to, or realizing it's not just one big release. I think that's the misconception sometimes, is that it's, okay, I'm going to release, one big thing in my life, and then I'll never have to release anything again. No, right? It just gets easier to do it. Mastering the art of the release. All right. And that's where your true power comes in. That's where change comes in. And I told you, that's where the epiphanies will come in. Right? All right. Angels, guides, ancestors. Angels, guides, ancestors. Show me clearly. Show me clearly. What is the message, please? What does Taurus need here at this moment? Thank you. Look at that, the Five of Cups. Yes, that is the true card of release. The Five of Cups is releasing. 5 is change. So in the standard tarot, the 5 of Cups has the 3 cups that are spilled, the 2 cups that are up, and the person is standing there facing the cups that have spilled, because he's saying goodbye to the taste of wine. He's lost his taste for wine. But he's kind of staying there too long. If he turns around, he sees the 2 full cups here, which is bigger and better. But it is a release. So I love that the 5 of Cups came out. Releasing. And honestly, in this version of the tarot, it almost looks like this is the person, right? And they are releasing something, right? They are letting something go. I love that. Show us clearly. What is the message for? Okay. Yeah. You have way more options than you think. Okay. You have a lot of options. The 7 of Cups can be where we're confused. Okay. It can be that confusion, emotional confusion of, I'm not sure which cup to choose. Right. But I'm telling you, you're starting to see through the veil. If you release some of the old emotion, right? Some of that old emotion, you can choose the right cup. You have more options than you know. Show me clearly. What? Thank you. There we go. Look at all the emotions. Okay, so we have all cups energy here, okay? And this is the Page of Cups. This is new, right? It's news. Pages deliver news. It's new beginnings. It's new emotions that you have. It's releasing the old emotions for new emotions. Sometimes this message is the reading itself, right? If it's resonating with you. But I do feel like if you release, you're going to have options. If you release the emotions, you're going to have options, which is going to put you into the power of something new, right? This is all emotion right here. And then Page of Swords. I love these pages. Pages are new beginnings. If you've been here for a while, you know the Page of Swords is my favorite page, because it's about learning, right? And learning is power. So learning a new way of being, learning a new way of releasing, learning something new here, which gets you started in this new power, the art of the release. Oh, I love this. Show me clearly. What is the message? Show me clearly, please. What is the message for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. So out of the 6 cards that we have here, 5 of them are cups energy or emotion energy. They're emotion. They're not as much thought. They're emotion. So there is something hidden in the surface. You are missing something. I don't normally say that, but Taurus, you're missing something. You're missing something because you're not releasing something in your life. Okay? Now, does that mean you're going to miss it forever? No. But with the moon card, it is something deep, right? Deep, emotional, that you need to truly release. And remember, deep emotional, again, it doesn't have to be like all your childhood trauma, although it can be for some of you. It's a general reading. But it can be a hidden emotion, right? So you think about, oh, that's actually a very, very good thing. Yeah, I'll use this. A friend of mine is in the middle of selling her condo, and her neighbors, she was there, touching up the paint. She was painting the porch, and her neighbor, because it's a condo, but her neighbor downstairs had come in from out of town. They don't live here full time, and when she went downstairs to grab the paint, it was gone. They had moved her paint. And she got really, really upset about it, like mad, like, stop moving my stuff, right? And she was telling me this, and she was furious. And then when she was telling me that, she goes, and then I realized I had to let go of that. I had to let it go. It was just eating me up. That anger was eating me up. I had to let it go because I was so mad. I was shaking, right? It's that, right? It can be that. It doesn't have to be something from the far past. It could be something that happened to you yesterday, but you got to learn the art of the release of letting that go. And she understood that she was in control of her emotions, right? That she had to let it go and be like, the universe will take care of it, because it was eating her up. And she's not like that. She is one of the most patient people I know, but she could recognize that it was eating up her energy. So again, there's something that you're going to need to release, learn the art of release. That's where your true power comes from, Taurus. And then look at the bottom deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles. That's where the doorway opens up for you. That's when you can walk through that doorway, you can have peace, right? That's where I said with the 4 cups, you don't truly miss it. It just was delayed because of, whatever emotion that may be. Sadness, anger, whatever it is. But once you master that, the art of the release, that's where your power really stands. Because she was like, I gave my power away in that moment, right? I gave my power away in that moment. Show me clearly, please. What is the message for Taurus? What is the message for Taurus, please? Yeah, grow. I love that. All flowers must grow through dirt. Exactly. Exactly. I love that. That's where you see real growth. And then, oh, I love this play. Among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. Little secrets, right? The moon. Little secrets. Let's find out what that is and truly release it, right? And the art of the release. And there's many ways you can do that. I will, disclaimer, okay, be careful. Don't say anything on fire. But one of the ways that I do that is I write something that may have bothered me or that I want to release. I will write it down and then I will burn it, right? Write it down on a piece of paper, I will burn it. Be safe. But that's a physical way to let that out, right? But there's many, many ways, okay? So with that being said, don't forget to like, share, comment. I read each and every one. Subscribe if you haven't. Book your Reiki or personal reading here. All my love, light, and blessings to you. Until next time.